Yeah, that's Fred's. We got the frame out and we got the junk in. This thing from Scott's investigative work has hit a pole, sort of did a pole vault, smacked the roof, and that's why the roof's gone. But right here's the pole. Front end's pretty bad. It's all going scrap anyway. Hood's bent. Again, it's the convertible model. We believe the control arms on this side are probably bent. Hopefully not the frame. 5.2 Magnum. Automatic. 2-wheel drive, though these tires are pretty beefy. You're messing with me. Really? I looked on the thing, I didn't see it. Oh, it is 4-wheel drive. I thought it was 2. Okay, so it's 4x4. Huh? I know. I didn't look for it. I thought it would be a push button. But, yeah, so I guess we're building the 4x4 now. Yeah, but it's pretty rough. But everything that's rough is the crap that we're going to cut off and throw away. Which is what we're going to do now. Strip it down. I would have failed. I don't take tests good. We got it all chopped up, tore down. Except for we still have to cut off most of the firewall. The side posts, pillars, everything like that all has to come off. Rockers. All that has to get cut out. We're going to have to pull the seats. Started working on the dash. It's mostly out. All this is just plastic we got to pull off, of course. All this stuff has to get cut off until it's straight, which goes under here. That's all the stuff we have to do. You can see where it was hit. It actually didn't do anything to the frame back. It was literally there, and that's it. But it all come apart pretty easy, pretty quick. Got a lot of garbage off of it, like usual. All that goes to the scrapper. It's a really, really clean frame. Most of them we build are pretty rusty and nasty. This one's about mint. Even the floors and everything's pretty good, except for where it was wet. But we got that today. Tomorrow we'll cut the cab up, get the dash out, pull the wiring harness out of the cab, and at that point it'll be time to cut most of the old body up and start fitting. We'll have to cut off all of the floor, most of the firewall. A lot of this stuff people die for. It's junk anyway on here, so. But that's it for now. Got the dashboard and all the wiring harness out of this. All the interior trims off. Got to cut away all this crappy catch on fire, choke you to death insulation in here and rubber. Gonna have to pull the pedals. Wait, we don't pull the pedals, do we? Yeah, we do, because we got to move them. Yeah. Yeah. While I was pulling all that, Scott was cutting out the firewall and floorboards and everything. As you can see, it don't leave much in there. That's why we put the supports in. We got a little bit of extra body work, or not body work, but metal work we're going to have to do here to make sure these doors don't swing in once we get it all welded onto the new cab. I don't know what are these things hanging off the back there? Was that the body mounts?
Yeah, that's your back mounts.
Those are weird.
They pivot.
Yeah.
Up and down when the cab moves. Chevy same way.
Are they?
51, 52, 48, 49, 50 Chevy. Got the same setup. Got one bolt goes through a bracket on the frame, and then when your cab moves and twists.
Huh, that was a good design.
Yeah.
We cut all the way over to here to make sure we have enough room to slip it on the cab, because they're about the same width. Cut out all this wiring and stuff. We'll chop out, pull out all the gauges. We will have to do some rock repair on the bottom of the dash. Yeah, we got door skins and one rocker, or not rocker, but cab corner coming, don't we? We got to make the other one, which is awesome. That'll give us a time to do a new video testing the shrinker stretcher you bought. We can do a review on that.
You can show them a little bit already.
Yeah, but we'll do like a good full review. Scott's already made some
Stretcher.
pieces.
Stretcher. Shrinker.
For
Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight, what'd you pay? $159 right now?
Yeah.
$159 is fabulous. It's a lot better than, you know, cutting a bunch of pie cuts and bending it around or whatnot.
And that's my vise that
Yeah.
thrown away.
They were throwing this vise away where Scott works. He snagged it, which is a Wilton vise. That's a very good, high quality vise, so that's awesome. What?
Give me that light. I'll show them. We got oak wood holding our nose together. Somebody's used a little oak wood in there holding that door together. We'll have to get all that out and build the bottom of this door.
Both of them.
Shouldn't be a big deal.
No, not now.
A little toasty. There you go, Rich. Stick your head over here, look.
Yeah, I can
I
tell.
don't even know what's holding it. Yeah, but this box like this wide and 2 inches thick.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a big old.
Somebody put a log in there.
Big old plank.
Gosh. The stuff people do. But we're used to this kind of bad. This was no big deal. If this was a International or a Dodge, you're not going to get replacement panels for it, and we'd have to build all of it from scratch. But for Fords and Chevys, nothing, buy them. But we're going to get back to chopping. We'll cut you on probably after we get all of everything cut off of here.
I don't know, even that cord, some of the panels is out.
Yeah, well, that's because, you know, China and COVID and blah, blah, blah. It's out of stock on some panels, too. Yeah, our special needs president. But Texas Code truck going 4x4. So today starts the rather dangerous stuff. What's dangerous about it, you ask? It's this stuff right there in that corner. It's called seam sealer. Now, a cutoff wheel won't cut it. A sawzall, it'll daw it. A plasma cutter won't cut through it. So the only way to get it out of there is to take a torch and a scraping blade, heat it up, get it hot, and, you know, scrape it out of there. But this stuff puts off an immense amount of deadly gas. Like, you know, I've already experienced this because I'm an idiot, but I've burned it out of there before with the plasma. Couldn't breathe. I was very close to, like, smoke inhalation, so I wouldn't suggest doing it. But all of that seam sealer has to come out. Definitely going to be wearing a mask today for it, but it's all got to come out so I can start cutting all of the bottom of the jams and everything out. All of this has got to get cut out. Through here has got to get cut out. All of this has got to get cut off. It's a lot of cutting today. But it's precise cuts that you do not want to mess up, because you'll end up doing double the amount of work. All of this stuff has got to get cut out too today, because that stuff will catch on fire, burn your heat box, and leave you screwed. Yeah, we could always use them for when we're stuffing wires in. Yeah. You give me and Scott 3 days and you'll have 2 trucks completely disassembled.
3 days?
Well, 3 days, we were out here 3 times, but technically it's like a day and a half. Yeah, 9 hours. We have this completely chopped, ready to start test fitting. We have this completely chopped, ready to start test fitting. But we just literally cut everything off of here in about 45 minutes. The back and everything, it's off. I believe we'll have to cut down the cab a little bit more, but I'm not sure yet. We definitely have to cut down the sides quite a bit more. We'll have to move our wiring inboard and everything. We got all the foam off of it that catches on fire real easy. All the wiring's out of the way. Again, we're ready to start test fitting now. We are Sawzall Wizards and Grinder Gods. That's a good t-shirt. Sawzall Wizards and Grinder Gods. That green wire back there?
It was going up into this tail light.
Yep, but it's tore down. We're going to start doing lots of measuring now. Now we're cutting out the inner fenders to test fit onto the actual Dakota body. Now we usually take some measurements beforehand, but we had the old body before the new body, so we got a little overzealous. So now we'll have to do it the hard way, which is put it on jack stands, the front end, and move it to where we want it to see how much room we have. We already got this all cut away. It's all off there now. We have our marks where we think we need to cut everything. We have to cut the back off. It's going to be a little long, but everything's pretty much ready to start doing a lot of the test fitting. We're going to have to make the bottoms of the fenders quite a bit. Scott's plasma cutting the old bolts off, but we're going to have to make a lot of parts for this stuff. It's all real thin, brittle rusty metal. We've already took the core support bracket off. It's back here in the trash. I know some Ford guy's dying for that right now, but it's going to the scrap. The old radiator support, garbage. Things going, a lot of floor, it was toes, fenders, garbage. We're going to jump back to doing a bunch of fitting and measuring. And of course the compressor kicked on while I'm trying to talk. I didn't do this last night, it was the phone. This is where we're at so far. Making pretty good progress, but we do have to lift the front of the cab up quite a bit because it's eating the tires. But it's moving right along pretty quick. It's definitely going to look 4x4, which is what we want. Then after we get all that mounted, we just got to make, you know, door bottoms and whatever Fred ordered that they didn't have. A cab corner for sure. We're going to have to make these support posts again, which will probably get made today to get the body to sit where we want it. It's going pretty good, sitting right on where the old cab was. Didn't have to use a short tank because 4x4 we can keep the body up high. But still a lot of work to do, and it's time to get to it. Alright, we got the body positioned how we want it, to where the tires fit real nice in the fenders and also have the right gap. And I have already made templates for both sides, so I am going to be making these and welding them in today. But first I need to get rid of this pile of garbage back here to set up our sawhorses or body panel horses. I don't know what them things are called, but anyway, I need to set them up, bring in some metal to where I can cut my panels. But the reason we did these ones first is to sort of lock the height and the back and forth on it. If I did this panel first, it wouldn't actually stop it from moving. So these will. That's what we want. We don't want it to move. Other than that, the fun stuff's going to be, after I get this all welded, is trying to get, there is a inner brace behind the doors. Like, it's not part of the doors, it's part of the floors, but it's got to go all the way across. So if I don't make that after I get these welded in, I can't cut the supports that we have in there out. And you can see right there, I need to make that whole support through the bottom of the door, through the bottom of the floor / door. Without it, we're up the creek. But that's where we're at, and let's continue on. So pretty much in the mode today. Made both sides of these. This one had an inner patch. Very strengthen up the cab. It'll make it to where it ain't gonna move left or right or up and down on us. So that way we can make all the other patch panels that really don't have any huge amounts of strength to them. But I'm moving pretty good. It's only Monday. There's the driver's side. There's a little patch down in here. I don't know if you can see it, but down there in the bottom. And that helped keep the door from shifting. So that way, tomorrow I can make the lower door sections, not the door, but the floor post supports, and that patch panel over there on the bottom of the floor. And then we can cut the supports out. The passenger's got to be twisted around a little bit, but I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, don't be scared of that patch panel, because plain and simple, That's going to be hidden by a fender. You'll never even see it. Not to mention, we'll black it out. So, just like everything, we'll black it all out. This one's purely aesthetic, really. It ain't going to provide any strength as far as up and down. It's all these sides and the floor where it connects. That's going to provide a lot of the strength of the cab. But I'm done for today. We'll hit it again tomorrow.